I don't plan to go to the festival again this year, so assuming that doesn't change, I'll have seen 11 shows, which is really barely scratching the surface, though it's the most I've ever managed. My best in Fest goes jointly to 3 acts, who were all very close to getting 5 stars. Although if I had to pick my overall favorite show, it'd be Tom Ballard's riotously funny Be Funny challenge, Impossible. Tom's in his element in this show, the self-described woke Nazi reveling in dissecting the nonsense that the right-wing media dished out in response to his previous festival show. Which, if anything, was even better than this year's show. Not far behind Tom was the comedy genius of Phil Wang. I loved Phil's show, which showcased his sharp wit, eye for observation, and general charming persona. My third joint winner was David O'Doherty, who, like Tom Ballard, was also joint winner of my Best in Fest 2024. David's show this year wasn't quite as stellar as his usual effort, but this is a very high bar, so it was still a superb show. Not far behind these 3 comedy heroes were Celia Pacuola and Tom Cashman. I've enjoyed seeing both of these 2 Aussie comedy icons before, and once again, I loved both of their shows. Celia in particular spun a fabulously entertaining yarn about her boyfriend buying her an inflatable kayak. And Tom's trademark manic gallop through a load of amusing charts was also a lot of fun. Next up, I awarded 3.5 stars to Mark Watson and the live show of the podcast, What Did You Do Yesterday? I fully expected to award 5 stars to both of these shows, so, although I enjoyed them both, it's fair to say that I didn't enjoy them as much as I expected. Now we get into the shows that were more bad than good. IvanAristeguieta is a nice guy with some good jokes, but he had more misses than hits in a 70-minute show that probably had enough good stuff for a 4-star 20-minute show. I gave it 3 stars at the time, but am now officially revising this down to 2.5 stars. There were 2 acts that I awarded 2 stars, both of which I expected to really enjoy. Sam Campbell is a comedy genius, but his surreal show didn't tickle my funny bone. And Nazim Hussain looks good on YouTube, but gave a thoroughly disjointed performance with very few laughs and plenty of divisive content. Finally, Tom Ballard's car crash of a play JKS a comedy gave him the unusual distinction of getting both the best and worst in Fest in the same year with a 1-star rating. It genuinely would have been far better as a newspaper opinion piece than this humor-free hour that left the tiny audience underwhelmed. So a mixed bag this year, some real highlights, but I wish I'd missed all the shows below 3 stars and instead seen Dan Rath, Kitty Flanagan, and Sammy J, who I'm sure would have all smashed it.